Aging is often portrayed as a time of slowing down, reminiscing, and perhaps finding comfort in companionship. However, more and more older adults, especially those over 70, are actively choosing solitude and inner peace over romantic relationships. This choice often surprises younger people who assume that everyone craves partnership until their last breath. Why are so many seniors, even those who once valued romantic love deeply, turning inward and seeking a quieter, more solitary life? What drives them to step away from dating, remarriage, or even long-term partnerships? In this comprehensive exploration, we'll uncover 8 surprising reasons why many older adults prefer peace over romantic involvement and why, for them, it feels like the ultimate act of self-love and freedom. Emotional freedom becomes more precious in youth and middle age. People often spend immense energy maintaining relationships, just into a partner's moods, needs, and expectations. At 70 and beyond, many feel they've paid their emotional dues. They no longer wish to negotiate compromises or sacrifice personal desires for another's comfort. Emotional freedom means they can eat what they like, sleep when they want, travel spontaneously, and engage in hobbies without guilt. Even mundane decisions like decorating a living room or deciding on dinner become small joys when they are made independently. After decades of putting others first, children, spouses, extended family, many older adults feel they've earned the right to prioritize themselves. Emotional freedom becomes a kind of wealth that feels too precious to risk. Physical and mental energy is finite. As we age, our energy reserves naturally diminish. Health challenges, mobility issues, and chronic conditions mean that energy must be carefully allocated. Many older adults discover that maintaining a romantic relationship demands emotional labor, physical presence, and mental alertness, all of which can be exhausting. They might prefer to conserve this limited energy for activities that nourish their soul: gardening, reading, spiritual practice, or volunteering. Rather than investing in someone else's emotional needs, they focus on activities that help them feel vibrant and alive. Moreover, the emotional ups and downs of romantic relationships, arguments, expectations can become more taxing with age. The risk of heartbreak or disappointment feels heavier when energy is a finite resource. Past relationship scars leave lasting impressions. Many older adults carry deep emotional scars from past relationships. Divorce, betrayal, the loss of a spouse, or long years of an unhappy marriage leave marks that are not always visible to others. While some heal and become open to love again, others decide they would rather not risk reopening old wounds. They recognize that the peace they found in solitude is far more satisfying than the uncertainty of new romantic endeavors. Some also feel they have already experienced love in its many forms. Rather than chase it anew, they cherish the memories and move forward with a focus on self-healing and growth. Fear of becoming a caregiver or needing care. Relationships in later life often involve caregiving dynamics. Even if 2 older adults begin as healthy, active partners, aging is unpredictable. One partner may quickly become frail and require intensive support, whether emotional or physical. Many older adults have already spent years caring for spouses or family members and feel they cannot bear to repeat that role. On the flip side, some worry about becoming a burden themselves. They feel more at peace knowing they can manage their own affairs without the weight of depending on or being depended upon. This independence is empowering and can feel more secure than the unpredictable commitments of romantic relationship, deepening connection with self and spirituality at 70 and beyond. Many people begin to reflect deeply on life's meaning, mortality, and their spiritual journey. Whether religious or secular, this period often brings a profound desire to understand oneself fully and prepare for the end of life. A romantic relationship might seem like a distraction from this inward focus. Instead of splitting attention, they choose to explore meditation, prayer, writing memoirs, or spending quiet time in nature. Some older adults describe this phase as coming home to oneself, a time of inner reconciliation, gratitude, and acceptance. The solitude becomes sacred rather than lonely, and they see it as a final chapter of self-discovery rather than a void to be filled. Changing social norms and the rise of solo living. In recent decades, societal attitudes toward aging and solo living have shifted dramatically. Today, older adults are less pressured to remarry or find a partner after loss. They witness friends and public figures embracing single life joyfully, proving that one can be fulfilled without a romantic partner. Social activities, community involvement, travel groups for seniors, and online communities provide emotional support without requiring romantic commitment. There's also less stigma around being alone. In fact, many older adults now proudly declare that they are happily single, a phrase that would have seemed odd or pitiable in past generations. Value of friendships and other non-romantic bonds. Older adults often find that their deepest connections are not romantic, but platonic. Friendships built over decades, relationships with grandchildren, or bonds formed through volunteer work often provide greater joy and stability than romantic relationships. Friendships offer intimacy without the complications of romantic expectations. A friend doesn't demand exclusivity or constant emotional maintenance in the same way a partner might. Moreover, as we age, friendships can evolve into chosen family. Many older adults create support networks of trusted friends who understand their health struggles, share similar values, and offer companionship without romantic entanglement. Prioritizing peace over passion. In our youth, passion and excitement often take priority. But by 70, most people crave peace. They value quiet mornings, unhurried routines, and the ability to live on their own terms. Romantic relationships, even in the best cases, involve adjustments, emotional negotiations, and a certain level of unpredictability. After a lifetime of emotional storms, many older adults simply want calm seas. Peace is not merely the absence of conflict, it's an active state of contentment. Many seniors describe it as a soft landing into the final chapters of life, a time when they can focus on enjoying small pleasures without disruption. Rewriting the narrative on aging and love. The decision to choose peace over a romantic partner is not about giving up on love. Rather, it is about redefining love and connection in ways that honor personal freedom, emotional safety, and spiritual growth. In modern culture, we often romanticize lifelong partnership as the only path to happiness. Yet, older adults are showing us that joy can also be found in solitude, self-discovery, and nurturing other kinds of relationships. Their choice challenges the traditional belief that we are incomplete without a partner. In truth, many find that by embracing solitude, they finally feel whole. The freedom to choose. Perhaps the most important thing to remember is that aging offers a unique kind of freedom, the freedom to choose what truly matters. For some, that means opening their hearts to new love. For others, it means letting go of old patterns and savoring their own company. Older adults who choose peace over romance often say they no longer need to prove anything to anyone, not even to themselves. They feel complete in ways they never imagined possible when they were younger. A new vision for the future. As this trend grows, you may see more programs and communities designed to support seniors who embrace solo living, offering opportunities to socialize, pursue passions, and receive care without the need for a romantic partner. Ultimately, choosing peace over relationships is a deeply personal decision. It reflects not loneliness or bitterness, but wisdom and clarity. In this season of life, many discover that true companionship can come from within. Final thoughts. At first glance, the decision of older adults to opt for peace rather than romance might seem surprising or even sad. But when we listen to their stories, we hear not sadness, but a profound sense of relief, freedom, and joy. They have loved, lost, struggled, and triumphed. Now, they are finally giving themselves the gift they've long denied: peace. And in doing so, they offer all of us a powerful lesson. Happiness does not always require a partner. Sometimes, it simply requires the courage to be alone and the wisdom to find contentment within. Like, subscribe, and share this video on our channel, Old is Gold.